So you're the key master.
One of them, yes. A lot of people end up having keys to the observatory. A lot of things have kind of encroached on this. This used to be a fairly dark area of campus, and now it's a fairly bright area of campus.
I'm at the observatory on the University of Maine campus. On a normal night, undergraduate students would be waiting in line for their chance to look through the telescope. But not tonight. As it happens, tonight, it's pouring with rain. But I get a tour anyway.
So this is our main telescope. We call it the Clark Refractor.
Oh, and giving me my tour is...
I'm David Pearson. I'm a graduate student here at University of Maine. One of the things I do is teach astronomy labs where students come out here to the observatory. What I'm about to do is moving the dome so that the slit is going to be facing into another direction. So it's how we can look at objects in different parts of the sky. You can rotate the dome in either direction.
That's pretty cool. So what do you see when you look through this at night?
We look at a variety of objects. We look at galaxies, clusters of stars, binary star systems, planets. You have to step back and realize that, you are actually looking at another galaxy.
David does more than just run labs at the observatory. He's also trying to uncover a mystery.
And then do an integral until that integral reaches a certain value. And then I have to do that for setting this variable e twiddle to a bunch of different
He tried to explain to me exactly what it is he does, but to be honest, it kind of went over my head.
Okay, so that's like the math side of what you're doing.
This is, some of the math side of what I'm doing.
So what does it mean?
We're looking for the signature of dark energy, this mysterious component in the universe that's supposedly driving the accelerated expansion.
David shows me a simulation to try to get me to understand.
If you notice, there's this general motion kind of apart.
Yeah.
That is from the effects of dark energy.
So every time you click that button, we're stepping forward millions of years.
Yeah.
And we're seeing just these tiny little movements
Right.
of the dots,
Right.
which are galaxies.
Gravity's pulling things in, dark energy is pushing things out. And on these scales, the two should be roughly equal to each other.
Okay, let's switch gears a little bit.
Why don't you describe to me what you're doing?
What I'm doing first is I was under low light so I don't blind myself. I'm looking for the field of view to actually find the sample
To focus it.
to focus it. And then you can switch to the oil immersion, which you can actually see the bacteria at that point.
Oh, could you introduce yourself first?
My name is Lauren Pearson, and I studied at the University of Maine at Orono in clinical laboratory sciences. I am a medical laboratory scientist at affiliated laboratories.
Lauren is giving me an idea of what she does on a day-to-day basis.
And then they incubate in our red on the right time.
So we were saying, why are you here? Why?
Generally, it's people are sick and I'm finding out why.
That's nice and concise. What kind of stuff do you do here that makes you the most excited about your job?
I think it's the puzzles.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. And you can kind of figure out, this person had a UTI and it became bacteremic. So it's kind of like you can get better pictures of what's happening to people.
So I have two scientists, one working on a cosmic scale, trying to unravel one of the great mysteries of the universe, and another looking at some of the smallest life forms on Earth and saving lives. So, what would it take to get them in a room together?
We've been married for 4 years.
Happily married.
Yes. Of course.
Well, that wasn't hard.
We're both kind of studying invisible worlds.
Invisible worlds. Yep.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about time. The problems that David is out to solve are this scale that takes place over eons, whereas with you, sometimes you have a patient that's open on an operating table, and
I have to do the gram stain and call them because they're waiting to close. Yeah, so it's now. I do find it interesting. I have a hard time imagining myself in David's position because he spends a lot of time thinking Like,
Yeah.
I was like, what did you do today, honey? Well, like, I sat in my office and I thought, and then I wrote a few things down, and then I thought some more.
Because my
But-
work doesn't have as firm of a deadline.
I just have a hard time imagining just, like, sitting and thinking.
I don't think I would trade it, no.
Well, at least we both agree.